From Las Vegas, it's Let's Talk News Now with Rick and Ella.
We welcome you back, as always, to Let's Talk News Now. Rick Singer here along with Ella Roberts, Angela Daffron. Giving you just a little bit of background here, Curtis. This is Tuesday, and Tuesday means that we have our VIP Variety Showcase. Will be taking place this evening between 7 and 10 p.m.
Always a great show.
You know, last few weeks have been amazing.
They have.
Absolutely amazing. If you want to see a great show, it's absolutely no cost to you at all. Come on down here to the Queen Victoria Pub inside the Riviera, of course, on the wonderful Las Vegas Boulevard. She loves it when I say that.
Yes, that way.
It really is, but it's fun working down here, and because it's not just talking to our audience here in the mornings, but it's also getting a chance to interact with our audience that we see, people from the show that come down, and the shows are great, and we have an absolute blast doing them.
And we create fans, because when people are in eating and they watch the show, they're curious. Anytime somebody whips out a camera, you get curious.
Absolutely.
So,
especially on the Strip.
Oh yeah. So.
Curious is normal.
But curiosity killed the cat. And that's my motto all the time. I'm like the cat that just keeps getting killed by my curiosity. So I've lost my sense of adventure.
When you say curious and natural, and we love our fans, and we love getting a chance to meet people to come down and to see us during these shows and so on, and that's all very, very normal. It becomes abnormal. You said boundaries when it comes to stalking.
Right.
Difference between coming down and meeting fans, talking with folks, enjoying an evening, and then someone who then makes it their business to become actively involved in your business and in your life. Okay, those are stalking laws. Okay, Angela, we spoke yesterday about your terrific work in establishing Jody's Law, and we congratulate you and again, thank you.
Thank you.
But now let's talk about some of the things that are a little bit more current.
Right.
That is the actual cases you still work on.
Right.
You get several calls a week still in regards to this issue.
Yeah.
Share with us what's going on.
Well, after passing Jody's Law in both Kansas and New Mexico, I realized that it wasn't just the laws that were the problem, but it was the general understanding of people understanding and taking stalking crime itself seriously and getting the help that they need from whether it be the law enforcement or their friends and family. So we did launch Jody's Voice as a 501c3 charity to raise awareness and help people, assist them with costs involved sometimes when they're being stalked, because it can be an incredibly expensive thing to keep yourself safe at that point.
Yeah.
So
it's necessary.
Let's launch Jody's Voice. Is that also the website?
Yeah, jodysvoice.org.
jodysvoice.org. We'll make sure that we get that up so people can take a look at it.
And you can find us on Facebook and Twitter, of course, too. Of course.
Of course.
And so we launched that way, and through the process of working on the laws and everything, I kind of became, out of necessity, because these people don't have anywhere else to go, the person that people who were being stalked would call and say, how do I get safe? How do I help? And I've helped a lot at this point. I would not have the first clue to put an actual number to it, but it's well into the thousands of people at this point that I've talked to over the year to help them get safe. And some of the most recent cases are, I have a woman in Texas who was being stalked, and the number one question I get asked about Jody and any of the cases really is, well, how long did they date? Because people want to separate themselves and say, I don't date a person like that. So it's never going to happen to me. I don't bring those people into my life. But Jody never dated her stalker, and this woman in Texas never did either. And she was actually...
So how do you actually know you're being stalked? Because lots of people think celebrities.
Yeah.
When you think stalker, you think celebrities.
Celebrities are actually the smallest percentage of people that are stalked. Statistically, 1 in 7 women will be stalked at some point in their lifetime. And statistically, too, they estimate as much as 50% of the cases aren't even reported. So that 1 in 7 is way off, really.
So how do you know? Like, what are the signs?
It can be so many different things. That's the problem with stalking, is it's consisting of a lot of things that aren't a crime in themselves. I can text Rick, I can text you, but as soon as it starts becoming threatening or giving you fear in any way, and it's consistent, and you've told me to stop and I'm not, then that becomes stalking. But just texting you later today is not a crime.
Because some people actually use stalking quite lightly as well. Like, oh gosh, he's called me 17 times in the last 15 minutes.
And I truly feel, until we start to take that word seriously, we're not going to take the crime seriously. You know, there have been casinos on this strip since I've lived here over the last 3 years that have on their marquee sign said, "We cordially invite you to stalk us on Facebook and Twitter." They would never put up, "We cordially invite you to come rape your girlfriend in our room tonight." You know, it's a crime.
Wow.
But somehow in our society we think that that word can be used that way, and it's a crime, and it's an injustice to everyone who's ever suffered from it, or the family members of those who have suffered from it.
Your website again, so people know where to go to?
jodysvoice.org.
jodysvoice.org. And of course, you can read Angela's articles that she puts up on vegasnewsreview.com, and those go up a couple times a week, and we really appreciate you being part of this.
Well, thank you.
It's just added so much into our show.
Yes,
and we're going to be taking a short break, and when we come back, I'll be talking with Miss Nevada International, Mrs. Nevada International, Deborah Ashton Cook. Don't go away. I'll be right back, and I'll say it right too.